Hey everyone, it's Desiree, and I am here with the next episode when it comes to the Darling digital download. Now, unfortunately, from what I'm seeing and what I'm hearing, that unfortunately this digital download is no longer available. But that doesn't mean that we can't continue with the videos. It just means take the techniques, take the ideas, and you can apply these to another digital download or things that are in your stash, however you want to do that. So what I've done, I've, cut up all my pieces there, or the number that I thought. So I have everything cut and I have it sitting up here in the upper left. But what I also did was we're actually just going to flip these pages, and I have identified things that I want to put in. Now, I need to look at these first few because obviously I'm missing something. So I have these two here. So that tells me, now I'm just going to push this. I'm going to push the book up into the corner. So sometimes when I have my books already, I will just take pieces, especially when it's a digital download, because I already have the pieces from the printout. So after I cut them, I just put pieces within the pages, and then I'm like, okay, so for this one, I'm going to create a tag with a belly band on it. So that's what we're going to do here. Now, of course, I gotta grab something. Hold on. All right, so I want to grab one of my large tags here because, again, I'm good with everything going on here. And what I want to do is, of course, I didn't clean my glue, so I'm not going to use that. But I don't want to use my art glitter glue. I'm going to use this. I do want to have a base on this, the base of the craft cardstock. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue along the edge. All right, and I'm going to put this, if I can pick it up, which I cannot, onto a piece of craft cardstock, because remember, that is our basis for this digital kit, and we are using our vintage photo. Now, again, you do not have to. I'm going to just make sure this is down in there, clean off the edges, and then I'm going to trim this out, and I am going to puncture or put a hole in this. So I'm just going to cut along the edge of the tag just to cut the rest of the craft cardstock away. So some of these pieces could be ephemera, some of these pieces can actually be a pocket or a tuck. For the most part, I do want them to be a pocket or a tuck. There are times when I'm creating these journals that, yes, I will take care of the pockets, I will take care of the ephemera, and then, you look at the, when you look at your price, you look at what you did and all of that fun stuff. But there's some, especially when it comes to the digital downloads, where I have a lot of these pieces and the recipient's own ephemera can be created. And I think that is a really cool idea for someone. All right, now I just want to, since I print my digital downloads on just general copy paper, I do like to back my pieces up. Now, one of the things that I'm going to do here is I am going to go around my edges with the vintage photo. So you will be seeing a lot of this. All right. And then I'm going to glue these down. I'm always going to have a border. Now I'm going to put an extremely thin border on these. I'm going to bring in my glue book, get my pin off of there, and grab my glue stick. Because the copy paper is thin. I very rarely, matter of fact, I never have yet. I have yet to print out any of my digital prints onto photo quality paper or any other paper besides copy paper. It's just, that's, you know, my choice, you know. I like the way that it prints. I think the images are beautiful, and I think it works well. Oh, I forgot to say my normal thing. Okay, long video, Gabby may go off on tangents, so then I come back to the project. Again, definitely long. I like to gab. But anyway, I just like the look. I like the matteness. Plus, I have tried to put cardstock, not thick, like 65 pound, through my printer, and it just does not like it. And you know what? I do not have time to figure out how to get it through my printer. Now, again, I'm not settling on the copy paper. That's something that I've been doing, you know, forever. I really, really do like the look of it. And the printer that I use, it's a Hewlett-Packard, an HP printer. I love the results that I have. Okay, so I'm going to put this here. This is actually perfect. And then this one can actually go here. So I am liking that. Gonna use my glue, and I'm just gonna put glue along the top and along the bottom, just a little bit, little bit. And I'm going to place these here. And I'm just going to let them set. So what I'm doing here actually is this is going to be a pocket. That is definite. But what I'm creating as well is a belly band that will be able to sit in or on the pocket. I'm just going to make these even. I mean, just because it's a tag shape does not mean that it can't be a belly band, or excuse me, doesn't mean it can't be a pocket. It's just the shape. Now, before I do make this a pocket, I am going to put fringe on top of that because it's what I do. Again, even though it's sitting inside, I'm good that my books do one of those things. Now, not everybody likes that. Not everybody enjoys it. And that's fine. It's just personal preference. And it's just something that I actually, you know, as I said, enjoy. I do like to double up on my twines too. I like them to be frilly, and I don't know, I just think it looks happy. I don't know. But I also like to keep the loops in. I don't know. I just do things very differently, which is awesome. You know, think about it. If we did everything the same, ew, you know, just ew. So it's good that things are different. All right, now I'm going to real quick grab a pair of tweezers and I'm going to hold that in place because I forgot a couple things. I like to have my hole reinforcers. Going to ink around the edge. And I don't have to worry about that side either. But I do want to put one of my reinforcers on there. I should have put that on first. Let's see if I can lift this. Nobody. There we go. See? It's all good. All right. So now I'll grab this. Make sure I have that. You know, when you make your ephemera and your pockets and all of that, again, while you have the either the thread, you know, you're making your embellishments or you're making your pockets and your tucks or your tags, you know, you don't have to, you know, keep adding. You know, sometimes you just can't stop. And again, and what's cool is that's going to come off the top. So I do like to add those types of things. So I'm going to glue this in. I am going to use my art glitter glue for this. I think it dries better and I think it holds better. But I will always use, one of the things that I do enjoy about the art glitter glue is the quick time it takes to grab. Yes, I have Fabri-Tac, but I am stingy with that. I really only like to use that when I'm just going to put my hands there, when I'm using my fabric. I love Fabri-Tac. It is my favorite, but it's up there. And with the number of journals that I put together, I mean, I go through it like there's no tomorrow. Okay, so that's one of our pockets. And the beauty of it, and I'll show with this, you've got two belly bands. You know, you can put something in here. And you know what? We can put a decoration. I mean, why not? Why not decorate your piece? Let's see here. Again, but since it's paper, I do like to have some stability when it comes to this. So let me grab this. I'm going to ink this because it actually matches the print. And I'm going to use my glue stick. Now, by using this cardstock, it allows, for one, for these pieces to have a little bit more stability, like I said before. But again, you also have this underside. When I use the craft paper, again, you have that ability to write, quote, saying, you know, whatever. Okay, these are not things that you should use when you fussy cut. I'm just saying. Here we go. Smaller scissors work best. So I'm just putting a very small border around this, but I'm also not trying for it to be perfect in any way. For those of you that watch the other side of my channel, the card side to the channel, I hate fussy cutting. Oh my God. I'm not a fussy cutter. I don't have patience for it. It drives me crazy. And here I am. You know, there's some things in crafting that we enjoy. There's some things in crafting that we don't. This would be one of those things I do not. So, yeah. I'm hoping that these journals will be done soon, which would be awesome. Don't get me wrong, I'm having fun. I'm enjoying. Now I'm just going to add... Now, I know what I want to add, and I'm just not finding it. That's the one I want to add. And I'm going to put this on a piece of cardstock as well. So you will see, as I'm building the tucks and pockets and this type of stuff, that I am very often, I am putting this onto the craft cardstock. Just to give it that weight. All right. Now, and I forgot to do this. It's all right. I can catch it at both times. All right. So now what I'm going to do, all right, where's my thread? So now I'm going to grab this thread. Now this is going to fly all over the place because it's just what I'm going to do. I'm just going to put some of this on here. Now, what's cool is, you know, I was originally going to attach this. Now, I kind of changed my mind, and I'll tell you why. Now I'm going to put a slit right up on top here so that I can just do that. And I'm going to snip it. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a gold paper clip. And it's going to be a small one. I don't need it to be too big. And I'm just going to clip that, just like that. And now I'm going to place that just like that. So now that's completely finished. You can use this to journal on. You can use this thread to decorate. You could add it to your fringe if you want. Again, this one's very interactive for whoever would be receiving this. Now this here, I am going to make a pocket. Let's see if I have a scrap piece that will work. Oh, could there be? Hallelujah. Oh, yes. Now, this is just going to be a simple pocket at the bottom so that, you know, papers can be tucked in or anything like that. Not like the tag that we just did before. So this is another way, you know, as I'm putting these together off camera, this is, you are seeing the true way that I start, you know, putting together the journals. Now, for this, you saw a lot of belly bands. I think this one, this series, is actually coming to an end. I'm going to put this at the bottom. I'm going to use my art glitter glue. Meaning not too many more episodes for this one because I think we're almost going to be done this one. And we're just going to put that right down there. Just going to hold it just for a little bit. And again, we've got a pocket, but we want that to dry. Now again, you are going on copy paper, so you really do need to let that dry, because this will easily come off and you can see the line. I mean, barely, but you can see it. Again, with glue, there's water, so water goes into the copy paper. All right, so I can turn that over. We already have a belly band here. Now, for this one, we're going to do something just a little bit different. It's going to be a pocket, but a different type of pocket. And oh, lucky you guys, you get to see me do this again with the fussy cutting. Sorry about that. So what you'll also see when it comes to this digital, or when I use a digital, I really like to use all the digital up for the most part. Now, again, I've got a lot of pieces here, and I have them set aside when it comes to that. I'm just going to cut around that. And we'll grab my tiny scissors so that my big ones don't go all over the place. And we're just going to real quick cut this out. So a pocket or a tuck can take on many shapes. At least I think it can. Why not? It doesn't have to be a square, doesn't have to be a banner. I like to create a lot of geometric shapes. And again, I love to collage. I love to layer. I think it just adds a lot of interest and dimension. You know, even on my card making side, I do that with inks a lot. I love ink smushing. Ink smushing is a technique that I could literally do all day. It's awesome. Very, very awesome. Okay, so real quick. So here, I'm going to take this and I'm going to glue this down. All right, now I'm going to be careful and strategic. So I want to put glue here. And I'm going to put glue down here. And now I'm going to put this in place, and I'm going to put it down in the corner as close as I can without going over the page. Okay, now what we created here, again, gotta let that dry, don't fool around with it too much. What you've created is a different kind of pocket. Now, you could put papers in here, but it's something, it's a tuck, okay? But it's open that you can put items in there. So you can see we're moving along. I don't do anything with these pages. You're going to see exactly what I will do with them, so that, because the papers are just beautiful. And again, I'm sorry it's not available, but it's all good. All right, so what I'm going to do here now is I want to line these. So I'm going to find some scraps. Again, use your scraps. So I'm going to dig into, I have a lot of craft cardstock. What time is it? Where are we at? All right, 23 minutes. Have a lot of craft cardstock. All right, now, and we're going to put that down. Cut that out. Again, always the borders, especially with what I'm trying to create here. Now I just need another piece. Let's see if I have another scrap. Yes. Put this up here. Oh, of course I'm going crazy here. Let's see. And same thing, we will cut the extra away. I just like very thin borders on these, but again, it gives it the stability, it gives it the weight, it lets it stand up on what that's going to do. All right, now what I'm going to do here is I think I'm going to have that come up and that stick out. All right, now what I do know I want to do is I need to put a dab of glue on this corner. And if I put that there, and I want that to do that, I need that to go there. All right. I'm gonna let that set. And now I am going to put glue here and here. So now I need my fingers to block this so that I know where I can't go over. So I'm going to try that and that. And I'm going to set that. And oh my God, I got paper going over there. Or glue going over there. So I'm going to flip this one over and I'm going to push that down. And clean that off. All right, and I'm okay with that hanging off. Now you can either cut that off, but what I'm actually going to do, I'm going to grab a very small hole punch, because again, when I close this, you can see that's going to stick out a little bit. I'm going to grab my very small hole punch, and I am going to punch a hole at the end of this. All right, now we'll flip that page. Again, we created the same thing. Now, I do like to test these out. I just like to feel if it's going to grab. That really didn't grab. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring my glue line down onto the side. And I'm going to do, now I can feel it grabbing. So when I put a piece of paper in there, you can feel it's a little tight. And that's what you want, because then that's how things won't fall out. So you just want to strengthen it. But I don't want to close this up because I just want to be able to put something in there like that. So that will work like that. All right, I'm going to turn. And this, I think I just want to make a side pocket on this one. If you only saw the pile that I have going off the side of this, it would be amazing. Or you would all be amazed. All right. And we will put this here. All right. I'm going to cut up. I don't want to add, one of the things that I do have a lot already going on through this are torn sections, because I added, book pages when it came to the belly bands and so forth. I really am liking, since I have all of those, I'm good with having a clean edge when it comes to this. Now this is going to be a side pocket. Now what I want to do is I'm actually going to put this up to the edge, because you can see how I have that broken out. Now I could go up here which would just continue off of that one. And again, it would look like that it's continuing. So I think that's actually what I'm going to do. And I'm going to put that down there because I do want this to be a pocket. And then I'm just going to put that right in there, slide that in, and then hold that down just a little bit. And again, we always want to make sure that we're where we're supposed to be and all of that fun stuff, because things can, you know, go crooked like this here. That's okay. I'm just going to trim and I'm good with that. So we have that. This here, this is just going to be a fold over for a tab. And it's going to be towards the inside. So I, again, just looking for that piece. And you can see once you know, map it out, and when you're using either pattern paper or you're using something of this nature, a digital download, again, everything's already there for you. So when you map it out, you can go quicker because you're using the elements only from that. Now, again, you don't have to do that. You can add in other elements, dig into your stash. I mean, you could be pulling in beautiful yellow cardstock or pink or purple. Or anything like that, by all means. So again, I'm going to take this, and what I'm also going to do before I put it on, and just like that, I lost them, I am going to use my small hole punch. And I'm going to punch a hole right there. And now I am going to put this in here. And I'm going to get my little stapler. So just some different staples. Put one like that. Let me turn this around. And I'm going to put one like that. Again, just something different. Nothing normal. You can use that as a tuck. You can actually go all the way up. Or if you do that, you've got more strength on that side. When I turn it over, you have a little more strength because of the way that I put those. All right, so that is set. We are moving along. Nothing on those. We come over here and you can see that this is building up, which is awesome. What I want to do is a wraparound for these, but I want to layer them. For this one, I really feel layering is a huge component. Having the shapes going at different angles is something that I'm seeing as well, which is cool. Let's see, I just want to trim that. And one more. And we'll put this down here. Again, you can barely see the craft cardstock that I'm putting these on. And again, the craft cardstock that I'm using is by Recollections. I get it from Michael's. It's my favorite. I love the craft. All right, now what I want to do, so I'm just going to bend. And now that's going to sit along that. Again, just adding color to the pages. And then this here, oops. And then this here, do I want to go, no, I actually want to go like that. So I'm going to bend it. And again, because of the cardstock, you just got to go with it. And then this is going to go on overlap with that. All right. And again, it's a tuck. It is a tuck. So what I'm going to do, I am going to use the art glitter glue. Going to put a line on this side. And I'm going to put a line on this side, right by the fold. And I am going to lift this page up and slap that corner in and press down. And I'm just going to hold that again just for a little bit. And then I'm going to do the same thing with this one. So glue down on this side, close to the fold. And glue down on this side, close to that fold. Making sure that I'm holding this the right way. Again, lifting up this page. And then pressing down once I know it's there, and just holding that in place. Now, what else I'm going to do too, which I think would be, you know, kind of cute, actually. I think. All right, so we have that. And again, if we just test it, I always test what I've created to make sure that it holds and it grabs. Now for this one, what I'm going to do, I'm going to add glue to the bottom of this. You do not have to. I am just doing that just to create a different type of pocket. It is a tuck, so now I've just got that. When it comes to that, I can turn this page over. And if I do this, it holds. So I don't worry about that one. I do like the fact that it curls, so I can just curl those back down if I have to. Now again, I forgot to go over it with the vintage photo, but again, I'm okay with it. You know, we just let it go. Because I did this way, I don't need this. So I'm going to set that aside. Again, as you go, you can change your mind, and especially when we do those crossovers. Now this is picking up some bulk, so I need to grab a clip. Just so that stays down. So this is just going to be a straight forward, let's just put a pocket in when you've got your, you know, clear page. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to put that on top again of some cardstock. Trim that out. Now, what we can also do, I mean, again, you can add elements if you just add pieces of paper behind it, where you don't have to have your craft cardstock behind it. So that's something that's always fun. So you can take this and just do one of these. So I'm going to take that. I'm going to use my glue stick for that. I'm going to put that in place. And just let that go directly onto the page. And then add my glue line for the pocket. And again, I get it close to the corner, but I don't go directly to the corner. And I'm just going to hold that just for a little bit. I'm going to turn. Here's our center. So we are already halfway through this journal, which is great. Now I'm going to continue because we've got 20 more minutes. So I don't do anything with the center. I'm going to let that go. I'll show you something that I am going to do when it comes to these pages. Not many, but some of them. We have a band here. This we're just going to do a very small pocket. So let's see if I have a piece or a scrap piece that this will fit. Jeez. Let's see. All right. All right, now I'm going to trim that. And again, very simple, just backing it to give it some weight. If I just glued down the copy paper, these prints, it would just tear. It would tear in a heartbeat. Even if it didn't tear when I would be putting them in. Now again, I made that a little pocket, so I went up the side and down the bottom. And I am so crooked on that, but that's okay. That's all right. Again, we're creative. So we can turn that, again, nothing here, but great journaling space. That's what I love in this one. You can journal here, you can come into here. You get those differences when you do that. All right, I need to add my clip here. All right, so this, what was I looking for here? I think I was just looking, yeah, just to have that on there. Again, another, it's a pocket. It's going to be a pocket, but it's going to be a tall, skinny one, which is fine. You know, again, difference in size. A piece of crap. It's all right that I bent that up. It'll straighten itself out. Right. And that. When it comes to, I'm keeping the pockets, if you take notice, very, very simple. I'm using the papers, I'm using a background cardstock. But if you remember the ephemera that we made, that had a little bit more to it. You know, we added some book pages to it. You know, we added certain elements to that. Okay. All right, so now what I want to do, I want to put that there just to decorate that, because remember we have this already in there. So similar to the rectangles, if you can only see it, similar to the rectangles, except that time we did it in squares. But I do want that, I don't know why I have that there, I'm going to move that. I do want to add that to that as well. Now, and since that's hanging over, and I want to see where that's hanging over. So let's see. Nope, okay, we don't need to do that. All right, so we have this. And now I have these. So these just looked all kinds of fun and interesting for me. And I think what I really want to do is let these hang off. You know, again, we're creating the tabs that are coming off, and then it'll just be something else. So what I need to do is ink these. And I think this is going to be the last page, or the last section. We're close, but the last section. So probably just one more episode or video, let's say that, for Darling, which is exciting. And again, in the last video, I will pull this all together. I'll show all of the ephemera and so forth. So same thing, craft paper. I do keep a lot of those scraps that I'm throwing in front of me. And you know what? Honestly, I just came up with an idea for these. And it's all good. All right, so we're just gonna keep on adding that. Gonna add this one over here. My fingers are just getting glue all over them. It's kind of funny. Just go straight up. All right, and same thing. I want to do that. And I want to do that. All right. And we're going to add my reinforcements. Nobody says a tag has to be in the shape of a tag, right? Right. So these, I'm going to have, I don't know what I'm going to do with these. Matter of fact, you know what? I think I'm actually going to just tuck those right in there, and I'll have tassels come off of those, or they'll go somewhere else. Okay, let's say that. All right, so I'm going to set those aside. I just made some more ephemera because, yeah, that's what I wanted to do. All right, so I'm going to do the same thing with this piece, And I'm going to have it come up like this. All right, and I'm actually going to have it come off of the page just a little bit. Again, it gives it that interest when it comes off. And then this will be the last thing that we do in this one. So you can see when you do this, you know, again, it goes quickly, because you can see we just have a few more pages left. So we're coming down to the end. Just gonna use my big scissors to cut around, and I will use my small ones to fussy cut out. Again, a very small border is going to go around this. It won't be perfect, I can guarantee you that, because again, I don't like fussy cutting. Absolutely not. And we'll do this. So yeah, this is like watching me ink the side of papers, isn't it? Just say. All right, so again, I'm going to add the glue along here and the glue along here, and I'm going to come in just a little bit on that side there. It'll give it some stronger, and it'll actually work as a different type of pocket. So when you take something, let's say it's this, you know, you'll be able to put it in on an angle. So something this big, you wouldn't be able to. But again, it just sits the paper a different way when it comes to that idea that I'm doing. You can see I'm gathering up all of the different things to have these things coming off of the top. So we can turn that again. I let those go. And we're going to stop here. Oh, let's keep going. Yeah, we can keep going. One more, but we will stop. All right, grab some scrap. And we'll put those down. Let's see if I can get that. Yes, I can. Let's see, I'll put another one. And one more. So see, I save all scraps. Let's get that away. All right, can't do that. I need my bigger scissors here. And we'll cut right up these sides. I will use a regular hole punch to clean up the sides of these tickets. And I'm looking for my regular. There they are. And I'm just going to go just off of that corner with these so that they will look and continue to look like tickets. And of course you're enjoying that noise, I'm sure, of me punching the tickets. Just saying. All right. So what we're going to create here is just another style, another type of ornamental way of capturing your pieces. So we're going to put this one down first. Now where we're going to put our glue is down on this edge. We don't want to put it anywhere else. So we want to put that there. And I hope that's right. Okay, we're just going to move it up just a little bit. And then I'm going to put that there. And I'm assuming that there. Yes. All right, so now for this one, I'm only going to put glue up on here. I'm not going off the page. I'm going to go right up to that corner though. And then this here, I am actually just going to put glue on the top of this and make sure I am on top of those two tickets. And I am. So now when I test, that's when I'm looking at the strength. Is this strong enough to hold something? And this pretty much is. Now you can even put something right in there like that. So I am going to leave that like that. All right, so that is where we are going to stop. All right, we have got all of that. We've got our pockets. We even had some ephemera added in there. We've got areas where items are coming off of the top in ununiform ways. I've got a tassel coming off. We'll be having more of those by all means. Matter of fact, I am going to add one more. I know this video, it's getting long. I'm sorry. I'm going to add some twine to that. I want to have another tassel coming off. Usually the tassels are on the tags that are inside. I just happened to make that one to be a pocket at the same time. All right, so I'm going to do that. I like the loops when it comes to that as well. And I think oh, that one was in the front, wasn't it? Yeah, so I got to put that. I'm all about being even too. I don't know if you can tell that. Okay, so I have that there, and I have that. Let's pull that, and we are going to put this right like that. So I'm going to put glue on this side. I'm going to put glue on that there, and then I'm going to come down here. I'm going to come all the way down, and I'm going to come down there. Because I do want that to be like that. And again, I'm just going to have that sit right here. Now that is going to take a clip. I'm just going to push that clip there, because now when I have that, we can go this way and go this way. Again, it's just an ornament type decoration and embellishment. And I should have pushed it over there just a little bit, but I didn't want to. And I think I'm going to pull that out as well. All right, so we are going to stop right here. The other two will be my embellishment pieces. So again, we are moving along. You can move extremely quickly when it comes to this, as you can see. So I do hope that you are enjoying this. Yes, I hope you're enjoying the mess as well, because I'm sure you can see it. But again, it's not just another way for you. If you're interested in making a journal, it's another way where you can. Now, by all means, making journals out of anything you want is very feasible. It can be out of the junk that you throw away in your trash. That's the term of junk journals. When, you know, you do use the junk, the stuff that you would throw away, mail and so forth. Okay, so that's why I'm referring to mine as journals, because it's not stuff that I would be throwing out. All right. There was a YouTube video that I thought it was very good. I mean, absolutely. And she was right. So, with that, if you have any questions, make sure you leave those down below. I will get back to you as soon as I can. Again, I do apologize. This kit is no longer available, the digital kit. It is out of her shop, but there are others that are just as gorgeous. So I am encouraging you to go to her shop, and please make sure you check it out. This is the shop of Antique Paperie. So I'll have the link down there below for the shop, but not for the kit itself. As always, questions down below. By all means, continue to enjoy your day. Continue to stay safe and healthy. All right. Be creative a little bit. And again, it doesn't have to be this type of creative. Everything we do each and every day, we are always creative. So keep on doing that. Take care, everybody. And until next time.